and thank you, Deborah, for all your work for today's exhibition. And thanks, Andrew, for some really insightful speech and just a sense of occasion. That was just terrific. I'm sure Kimberly and Scott are as proud as punch, and so they should be. Oh dear. Is he all right? Yeah. Poor little fellow. But you've heard from the artists, and on behalf of everybody in the Tuttie community, I too congratulate Kimberly and Scott on their wonderful and quite amazing work. I thoroughly enjoyed seeing it produced over the months at Tuttie, and to see it up hanging today is fantastic, and a little bit earlier in the week. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the wonderful behind-the-scenes work that constantly goes on at Tuttie, and particularly acknowledge the work of Mel Fulton, who originally set up the visual arts program, and Patricia Wozniak, who's done a brilliant job in the last 6 months of coordinating everything. And of course Pavlos, who's one of our visual arts tutors, the work of Annalise, and many of the volunteers, and of course the admin staff at Tuttie, who are all working behind the scenes to make this happen. Just a bit about Tuttie and our philosophy. For those of you who aren't familiar with Italian or musical terms, Tuttie means everyone. So it's always been about including everybody, and that includes people of all ages and people with and without a disability. And as Sally mentioned, we began as a choir. So I guess originally we were known as a music organisation, a choral organisation, but that has changed so much in the last few years. And I guess what we've become about now is giving everybody a chance to unleash their creativity. And although we're not overtly political, it is about empowering people who have been disempowered and thereby creating social and political change. Today, Tuttie is actually recognised as a national leader in community cultural development. We're a key producer with the Australia Council, one of 11 companies across Australia, and many of our major works in the performing arts, as well as many of our individual artists in both visual arts and performing arts, have won awards. Tuttie Visual Arts in particular is gaining recognition as a high quality program for disabled artists, and 3 days a week people work at Tuttie making paintings, making multimedia works, making films. And I'd like to also mention here another of our artists who's actually beginning to reach international audiences now. Last year James Kurtz's work was included in the opening of the Moving Image exhibition and projected onto the sails at the Festival Theatre. And later last year James accompanied me overseas and presented his work in Prague at an international conference called Conquering Public Spaces, and then later also presented and spoke on behalf of Tuttie at the Oscar Bright Film Festival in Brighton, England, where 3 of Tuttie's films were nominated for awards. It's very interesting as we enter this new era. We're experimenting with crossover arts. I guess it's a result of digital technology. And what's lovely is that visual and performing artists are increasingly beginning to communicate. And I guess at that point that brings me to Hot Tuttie. And one of our singers, Amy Crathern, where is Amy? Just here. Last year she actually gave me a Butte quote. She was involved in a leadership program called Dot to Dot, run by Restless. And she said to me, and I wrote this down, I'll just share it with you. She said, I think part of it is that we, as disabled artists, have to get over the idea that there is such a big difference between the visual and the performing arts. For me, they're very connected, because when I sing, I'm seeing, and when I see, I'm singing. And then she said, any Indigenous person will tell you that. Isn't that a great quote? And so on to Hot Tuttie. Now, in the performing arts, we're very fortunate to have some very fine singers, and so for a little while now, we've had a group called Hot Tuttie, which has consisted of 4 people. Anika Hooper, who's over here, not very well, and unable to sing with us today, though she was intending to. Amy Crathern, Caroline Hardy and Michelle Hall, and this year we've also included Jackie Saunders, who's very keen to be part of this group. So together this small group form Hot Tuttie, and they're variously accompanied by myself, or today Mickey Ross, and sometimes their other tutor Brenton Shaw. And they've chosen some songs to sing for you today, which two of the songs are about colour. One of them was an original song written by Anika, but I don't think that's going to happen, is it, Anika? So what they've chosen to do is just to sing perhaps 3 songs, and I'll hand over to Mickey and the girls to entertain you. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hot Tutti.
We're doing this for Anika because she's our very special friend, and we hope you get better soon. And this show's for you, okay, girl? This song is actually a song that Pat and I wrote when I finished high school, and it was about, let's just say it was about teasing, but I've changed that now, and I hope you guys like this song. This song's called I'm Waiting, but I like to call this song, it's a very special song, so I want to sing it for you now. I'd wipe away my tears when they'd say, and knock, lead, up, lead, freeze and you.
Whatever.
2, 3, 4.
I love.
Thank you guys, we are hot tuttiing.
Hello.